Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Christy and I love sharing the projects that I'm working on, and currently I'm going to be working on this green chest of drawers, but I wanted to give a quick shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in creativity. They have many classes on different subjects. One of my favorite classes is the iPhone Filmmaking Create with Your iPhone with Niles Gray and Caleb Babcock. This class was so helpful. They show you how to use your iPhone to its fullest potential to create high quality videos. They shared all the gadgets they use, how to edit, how to get the best lighting. I really enjoyed this video. I learned so much. I highly recommend you check this video out. Skillshare is giving away 2 free months of premium membership to the first 1,000 people who click the link in the description box to help you explore your creativity, and after that it's only around $10 a month. Thank you Skillshare for offering great classes at affordable rates and for sponsoring today's video. Alright guys, let's get started on today's project. Alright, let's start working on this piece of furniture. I loved the green original paint to this chest of drawers. I really like the chippiness of it. I don't know when it was first painted, but that paint was thick and it was really like enamel like. It was a shell like paint. I don't know what kind of paint it was, but it took a lot to strip it down to its natural wood. Like I said, I really loved the green color, but I thought it needed some natural warmth to the piece, and I think the wood really did that for me. I stripped this piece 3 times before I got it down to its natural wood, and it was worth it in the end, but it was a lot of work. I'm using citrus strip to strip this piece back, and the final time I stripped it, I let it sit overnight with saran wrap, and that really helped break down the paint. With this piece, it had a lot of detail work on the side and on the back. So what I'm doing here is shaking some sawdust on it from my sander, and it helps kind of take off the stripper without like doing a lot of work to it. I don't know. It just really helps get into those fine little grooves to get that paint out of there. And I'm using this steel brush to kind of scrub it off of it, and it worked. This piece, I'm telling you, it needed a lot. So after I did that, I'm using some soap and water. I just mixed it up in this water bottle and I'm dripping it on there, and then I'm using just a dish scrubber to scrub off the excess, and you will see how much this really helped. The sawdust with the steel bristle brush and then doing this really helped get that wood back to its beautiful color. It had a lot of gunk still, so I'm gonna have to go in with the sander to sand off just the excess. But overall, this process took a long time, but it really worked, and I highly recommend you using sawdust when you have those little crevices and the edging and the detail. It really helps get that paint off of there with the stripper. It kind of clings onto the stripper, and it's easy to kind of take it out of the piece, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to make sense. I haven't been here for a long time and I feel like I don't know how to talk on here anymore, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm going in with some more sanding paper and doing it by hand to get into those grooves, just to make sure I'm getting all of the paint off of this wood top. once I'm done sanding it off, I'm going to be using a tack cloth to pick up all of that sawdust before I put my top coat and sealer on it. I'm using the Polycrylic Satin Finish sealer. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I put about 2 coats on here, and then I lightly sanded in between coats. But now I'm going to be working on the knobs of this chest of drawers. This was tricky because you will see when I take the knob off, you can see the primer, whatever primer they used, you can kind of see it through. So I wanted to keep the original knobs so that it could cover that and it wouldn't look scratched up. So one of the knobs was missing. It had a key ring on it instead of the normal ring, so I knew I had to replace 2 of them. So I kind of messed around, and those were the 2 I first wanted, but I ended up picking something different. I'm just cleaning up the piece, making sure it's nice and clean from dust and grime. And then I'm going to show you the added touch of color, pop of color to this piece. I decided to line the sides of the drawer just so that when you open it, you kind of get a little extra something. I really like this, and I'm using wallpaper paste because it holds on to the paper much better than just spraying like adhesive on it. And what I'm using is high quality wrapping paper. I found it at TJ Maxx. They had so many to choose from, and I thought this was really pretty. I'm putting the glue on the drawer, the side of the drawer, and I'm also putting it on the paper, and then you lay it on and you just use this little scrapey tool to make sure it's nice and smooth on the side of the drawer wherever you're putting your paper on. And then I kind of wipe across with the rag just to make sure I clean off any excess glue. But I really love this. I'm going to be doing this to a lot more of my pieces. I really liked the extra pop of color, and just it made it more fun, and it was just a nice little surprise when you open the drawer. I really loved doing this to the sides of the drawer. Here is the finished piece. It was a quick makeover of this chest of drawers. I just stripped the top, put new knobs, and just cleaned it up and added the nice pop of color to the sides of the drawer. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye bye.